We're going to begin today with a star basketball player at a powerhouse program. We're headed to Pennsylvania for this week's 5-star feature. There are some things about Dereck Lively that you probably already know, or at least that you could guess by looking at him. He's tall, a legit 7-footer. He's incredibly athletic for his size, and he's the #1 ranked player in the 2022 class.
First is when I saw Dereck, I said, listen, I think you have a chance to be the best player I will ever coach. And I meant it sincerely.
I would say I'm a type of player that you really just tell me what I need to do and I'll get it done. I'm not the player that is just an offensive player you give the ball to score. I affect the game in every way, shape, or form.
But there's a lot more about Dereck that many fans likely don't know. For example, that's not his name tattooed on his arm. That's his father's. Dereck Lively Sr. unexpectedly passed away 10 years ago. For Dereck Lively II, that meant it was going to be him and his mom, Kathy. The support they've given each other over the last decade has been invaluable, especially as his mother's been battling Hodgkin's lymphoma since 2013.
Whenever I lost my dad in the beginning of 2012, it was just beginning the dynamic between me and my mom. Because since I knew she was going to be going through a lot with the loss herself, and I was the only person that was in the house, I knew I had to step up into responsibility. And whenever she was diagnosed with cancer, I knew things were going to take a wild turn in my life. So it really was just being grateful that she's been able to fight for this long and she's actually on the better half of it. But I would definitely say that since she's been fighting this, I've had to grow up quicker so that I could make her life easier as well.
Kathy was a basketball star at Penn State and still works at the university. She's always wanted the best for her son, even when that meant letting him move to a boarding school a few hours from home. Dereck always showed promise as an athlete, whether it was basketball, football, or swimming. As he progressed through grade school, it became obvious that basketball was his best sport. He and his mom agreed that Westtown School, located about 3 hours from their home in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, was the perfect place to challenge him athletically and academically.
It's this amazing Quaker community nestled in a 600-acre campus. High academic institution, community that really values making a difference in the community. One of the things that I love about Westtown is they try to help and give kids the freedom to be the best they can be in whatever they want to do.
Whenever I started to look at schools, a lot of schools came to mind, but really nothing fit like Westtown, because since it was 3 hours away, it needed to be a boarding school, but also the bond that I started to build with Coach Seth Berger was something that I knew me and my mom could put our trust into.
And I said, but you're gonna be more like a modern day 5. You're not gonna be a shove it in the post, back to the basket big. Your IQ's too good, you pass too well, you can do too many things. So this is where I see you're gonna be. That's the good news. Here's the reality situation. If you come to Westtown as a 9th grader, you will do this, you'll clap. You won't play. You're not good enough, you're not ready. And then as a sophomore, you'll be ready to play, and then as a junior and senior, you'll be starting. His mom basically said to me, look, all the other programs that we visited said, if you come here, we're gonna play through you from day one. We're gonna give you the ball, you're the man, you're the guy. So when I said, yeah, if you come here, you're gonna clap, his mom was like, you're going here. He's telling you the truth.
True to his word, Seth Berger didn't play Dereck much at all as a freshman, just as he does with all of his players, especially big men. Over the next few years, just as Berger anticipated, Dereck's confidence grew along with his skill set, and he's progressed from unranked to the top player in the country.
I think of it as a target on my back. Just because I've gotten this ranking doesn't mean that the easy work's over. I think that the hard work's just beginning. I'm not just walking with myself. I'm walking with Team Final on my back, with Westtown on my back, and with my mother's future on my back.
I think there are 2 things that a big has to have. One is you have to be able to catch. Dereck has unbelievable hand-eye coordination, unbelievable hands. You catch with your eyes, not with your hands. The second thing bigs have to be able to do is run. And like, this sounds simple, but if you're a 7-foot tall 16-year-old, it's not that easy. And Dereck runs like he's a 6'1" track star. Dereck is incredibly competitive. He wants to help his team win however he can, and he recognizes that being a 7'1", 7'2" kid, running as fast as you can for 28 minutes a game, probably the best way to help his team win, and that's what he does. Like, not all the kids on our team are gonna go to Duke, but he wants all the kids on our team to be able to go to their highest level for college. So he's thinking about that. Really an amazing kid.
Dereck is one of 4 5-star prospects committed to the Duke Blue Devils for next season. He's looking forward to ushering in a new era of Duke basketball under Coach John Shire, while still keeping the standard sky high.
We all know that we're going to set a tone for just this new era of Duke basketball. Just making sure that just because Coach K is stepping down doesn't mean anything about Duke basketball is going to change.
Dereck has promised his mother that he will get a college degree at some point, though it's likely he'll do that a little later. Prospects like him usually only spend 1 year in college before becoming a lottery pick, and Dereck plans to play professional basketball for a long time.
My goal isn't to get to the NBA, my goal is to stay in the NBA. Because when it comes to multiple NBA people who's aiming to be in the NBA, they get there and then they start to fall off because they got where they wanted to be. My goal is to really just make sure I make a name for myself whenever I get into the NBA.
If I tell you that I think Dereck will be the best player I'll ever coach, that means I think Dereck's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's got a chance to help us win a state title. He's got a chance to help Duke win a national championship. And the reason that I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer is that he cares about winning more than anything else. He doesn't get done with the game and look at his box score.
So now you know a little bit more about Dereck Lively. What nobody knows is exactly what the future holds. But with Dereck's talent, drive, and inspiration, he likely has many years of success ahead of him. Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.